Get up. Class is in session. Forget what the books told you. The asphalt has its own language. Open your ears, cause if you fail this test, there ain't no retakes. Don't mash it on the week with a sharp knocking snare.
This is street logic 101. Pay attention to the grit, the first rule of the game. Never talk, never quit. Eyes in the back of your head. Keep them wide, there's a thin line between the ego and the pride. Don't trust a smile, don't fear the gun. Welcome to the syllabus. Yeah. Street logic 101. Street logic 101.
Lesson 1. The loudest bird is the first one caught. Don't be flexing what you have before the battle's fought. Keep your circle like a wedding ring, small and tight. If they wasn't in the rain, they shouldn't bask in the wrong. Lesson 2, influation is the highest currency. A secret in the wrong mouth is a global emergency. If the homies acting strange, then the homies gotta go. Mathematics of the box, subtract the yes, add the no. Check your mirrors, check your shadows, check the vibe in the room. One mistake in the logic is a ticket to the tomb. Lesson 3, never fall in love with the lifestyle. It's a beautiful monster with a predatory smile. The money is a tool, the weapon is a shield, but your mind is the only thing that conquered the field. Lesson 3, respect is earned, it's never on sale. And a tough guy reputation is just a fast track to jail. Study the exits before you study the entrance. Life is a paragraph, don't let them end the sentence. If you see the wolves coming, don't try to be a sheep. Street logic is the only thing that keeps you where you sleep. Watch the hands, watch the eyes, watch the way they moving. If they ain't improving, then they probably out here proving something to the feds, something to the street. Keep your logic sharp in your mouth on the street. Class dismissed. This is street logic 101. Pay attention to the grit, the first rule of the game. Never talk, never quit. Eyes in the back of your head. Keep them wide, there's a thin line between the ego and the pride. Don't trust a smile, don't fear the gun. Welcome to the syllabus. Street logic 101. Street logic 101. No degrees here, just survive you. You either graduate to the top, or you're a footnote in a cold case. Study hard, streets don't do extra credit.
Study hard. The streets don't do extra dumb.
Yeah.
The bank account changed, the instincts didn't. You think a few million makes you safe? Nah, it just makes the target bigger. Stay woke, even when you dreaming in silk. I'm rich but still alert. I'm wealthy but I'm wary. The reaper's in the rear view, the vision's kinda scary. I got the ceiling for the stars, but the floor for the grid. I'm sleeping with the eagle, yeah, I never ever quit. Got a mansion in the hills, but the gate is on alert. Still got the mud of the trenches on my designer shirt. I'm eating Wagyu beef, still looking at the door like I'm back on the corner, like I'm still feeling poor. Paranoia in the penthouse, cameras on the lawn. I don't wait for the sunset, I'm watching for the dawn. I got the blue strip stacked, but the steel's in the stash. In case they try to come and do a grab for the cash. They see the made man profile, I see the threat. I ain't let the success make me soft to forget that a shark is a shark, even in the gold tank. I keep a hollow point heavy while I'm headed to the bank. Look, complacency is poison, comfort is a trap. I'm checking every shadow while I'm looking at the map. I got friends turned to enemies because of the greed. I'm harvesting the crop, but I remember the seed. I used to watch for Sirens, now I watch for the suits. I'm still moving like a ghost in my $1,000 boots. If the vibe feel off, then the deal gets dropped. I didn't climb this high just to see the post stop. Luxury is nice, but survival is the goal. I got $1 million in the safe and a lock on my soul. Check the perimeter, check it, check the feed. Check too much to lose, to give them what they need. Eyes open, hands ready, money's fast, but the trigger's steady. I'm rich but still alert, I'm wealthy but I'm wary. The reaper's in the review, the vision's kinda scary. I got the ceiling for the stars, but the floor for the grid. I'm sleeping with the eagle, yeah, I never ever quit. Got a mansion in the hills, but the gate is on alert. Still got the mud of the trenches on my designer shirt. never get too comfortable. The higher the mountain, the harder the wind blows. Still got that day one energy in the year 10 life. Stay alert, or stay broke. Or stay broke. Stay out the light. It makes you a target. In the shadows, I'm the one looking back at you. Welcome to the blind spot. Car corners only, that's where the business gets done. We don't crave the spotlight, we don't look for the sun. If it's hidden in the shade, then it's probably mine. Moving through the blackness, I ain't hard to find. Just look for the glow or the cherry on the smoke. Dark corners only, where the real ones don't choke. I'm a product of the dim lid, raised by the night. I get nervous when the room start looking too bright, cause the light shows the cracks and the light show the face. But the dark is where the tigers come to claim their space. I got meetings in the alley, I got deals in the hall, where graffiti is the writing on the cemetery wall. They say come out to the party, now I'm good in the cut, with my back against the brick and my eyes half shut. I can see him coming from 100 yards out. In the dark I know exactly what the whisper's about. Yeah. The sun is for the tourists, the moon is for the vets. The dark is where the winners come to collect on the bets. I seen them fold under the neon, fold under the glare. But me, I'm the shadow sitting in the corner chair. No face, no case, just a ghost in a hoodie. Street smart scholar, I'm a bad son of goody. But the good is just a front for the work in the dark, leaving teeth marks on the game like a great white shark. You want the truth, then you gotta turn the lamp down low. There's a world beneath the surface that you never really know. They can't see us, they can't catch us. If you're looking for the light, you're looking for the exit. We stay right here. Dark corners only, that's where the business gets done. We don't crave the spotlight, we don't look for the sun. If it's hidden in the shade, then it's probably mine. Moving through the blackness, I ain't hard to find. Just look for the glow or the cherry on the smoke. Dark corners only, where the real ones don't choke. Don't look for the switch. You won't like what you see when the bulbs come on. Keep it gray, keep it dark. Only way to stay alive.
Smoke when I breathe. That ain't just a leaf, man. That's the soul freezing over. I used to have a heart, but the block don't take currency, that's soft.
Trap made me cold, I don't feel no more. Left my emotions at the bottom of the kitchen drawer. Frostbite on my wrist, ice in my veins. I done lost too many brothers just to play these games. Winter in the summer, yeah, the sun don't shine. The trap made me cold, I'm frozen in my prime. We started off with heat, started off with hope. Then I saw the way the system dangles out the rope. I saw my mama crying, cause the cabinets was bare. Now I'm standing on the corner with 1,000-yard stare. You want a piece of me, you better bring a pickaxe. I'm a glacier in the hood, I don't ever relax. They say I change, well the weather changed too. When the radiator's dead and the fingertips are blue, I traded in the love for a digital scale. A heart of stone is the only way you stay out of jail. Check the temperature, I'm sub-zero with the flow. I don't trust a soul, that's the only way I know. Friendships turn to slush when the pressure gets applied. I've seen the loyal ones switch it to the other side. So I built a wall of ice, miles high, miles thick. Dealing with this trauma, yeah, it makes a person sick. But I'm numb to the pain, I'm numb to the loss. Heavy is the head when it's covered in the frost. My shadow's even shivering, it's lonely at the top. But once you go this cold, you don't never really stop. 0 degrees, no pulse in the wrist. I'm a ghost in the breeze. Does the sun even exist? The trap made me cold, I don't feel no more. Left my emotions at the bottom of the kitchen drawer. Frostbite on my wrist, ice in my veins. I done lost too many brothers just to play these games. Winter in the summer, yeah, the sun don't shine. The trap made me cold, now I'm frozen in my prime. Stay back. You might catch a chill just standing near me. Sub-zero mentality. Concrete ginger.
A choir hums a dark melody.
You can't have one without the other. To keep the family fed, you gotta keep the metal hot. Loyalty is the currency. The cash is just a bonus. Let's get it. It's blood ties and bankrolls. It's blood ties and bankrolls. We don't break the code. Heavy is the burden when you're carrying the load. I'm splitting up the profit with the ones who stayed down, the ones who wore them up before we ever saw the crown. One hand on the Bible, the other on the pole. Blood ties and bankrolls. It's etched in the soul. Blood ties and bankrolls. I grew up looking at the cousins in the kitchen. No snitching, just wishing for a way out of the friction. We shared the same shoes, now we share the same jeweler. The streets was the teacher, but the hunger was the ruler. I got a brother in the feds, I got a brother in the dirt. I'm the only one left to heal the family from the hurt. So I'm stacking up the paper till it hits the chandelier. If you ain't in my DNA, then you can't stand there. This ain't just a gang, man, this is an estate. We don't eat until everyone is filled a bare plate. I put my sister in the Benz, put my mama in the crib. I'm the definition of provide, that's the way I live. But the more the bankroll grows, the more the blood spills. Success is a mountain, but it's covered in the chills. I got cousins calling collect, I got hitters on the payroll, keeping everybody safe while I'm dodging every pothole. You see the jewelry, that's the fruit of the labor. Put the scars on my back, that's the price for my neighbor. I'm the anchor for the ship, I'm the engine for the squad. Blood thicker than the water, I swear that to God. Money comes and goes. It goes. But the blood stays the same. Same. A million in the vault, but I give it for the name. Yeah. The name on the grave, the name on the chain. It's blood ties and bankrolls. We don't break the code. Heavy is the burden when you're carrying the load. I'm splitting up the profit with the ones who stayed down, the ones who wore them up before we ever saw the crown. One hand on the Bible, the other on the pole. Blood ties and bankrolls. It's etched in the soul. Blood ties and bankrolls. It's a family. If you ain't related by blood, you're related by the struggle. Bankrolls high. Pops! Tied generational wealth. A generational warfare. Take your pick.
You know, sounds of jewelry clinking, followed by a heavy, tired sigh.
They see the shine, they don't see the shadows. You see a necklace, I see 1,000 sleepless nights. You see the red bottoms, I see the blood on the curb. Nothing was free.
Let's get it on.
Check the wardrobe, this is drip, paid in pain. I had to lose my mind just to find a little gain. This ice on my neck, it's just frozen tears. I'm wearing all the trauma of a dozen jaggy years. Designer on the skin, but the scars are underneath. I bought the whole world just to find some relief, yeah. Look at the splash, look at the rain. Everything I got is just drip, paid in pain. I'm rocking Louis V, feeling like a heavy soul. I traded in my innocence to fill a greedy hole. Every link in the chain is a homie that I lost. They ask me what it's worth, I tell them everything it costs. I used to wear the same rags 3 days in a row. Now I'm changing
I remember being cold. Now the wrist is sub-zero. In the eyes of the hood, I'm a villain and a hero. I spent 50 on a watch, just the rest of time fly by. The ghosts of the past that are waving goodbye. You want the lifestyle, you gotta take a sting. You gotta take the funeral before you take the ring. I'm best dressed in a room full of vultures and snakes. The higher that I climb, the more the foundation shakes. This ain't a fashion statement, it's a scoreboard of the war. I'm draped in the devils cause I'm heavy with a fork. Stitched up, bleeding through the silk. The finest of the linens, for the roughest of the ill. I paid for this. I paid for this. Check the wardrobe. This is drip, paid in pain. I had to lose my mind just to find a little gain. It's ice on my neck, it's just frozen tears. I'm wearing all the trauma of a dozen jagged years. Designer on the skin, but the scars are underneath. I bought the whole world just to find some relief, yeah. Look at the splash, look at the rain. Everything I got is just drip, paid in pain. It looks good on me, don't it? But you couldn't walk a mile in these shoes. The leather is too thick, the price is too high. Drip, paid in pain. Keep the change. Keep the change. Keep the change.
Then a sudden, dead silence. Money talks, but it's got a big mouth. Real power. It don't say a word. It just happens.
Let the money speak, keep your mouth shut. Gold in the teeth, but I'm still in the cut. Wealth makes a noise, but the quiet ones win. The loudest in the room is the one who spread thin. Stack it up high, let the paper tell the thrill. Money speak loud, but the silence gonna kill. Blue strip screaming like a siren in the night. Benjamin's talking, yeah, they always sounding right. I hear the ching every time I close my eyes, but I don't hear the snakes cause they move in the disguise. You bragging on the gram, that's a loud mouth move. I'm moving like a ghost with a point I gotta prove. The Bankrolls acquire is singing to the ceiling, but the Glock got a silencer, it don't have no feelings. I let the jury chatter, let the diamonds do the boast, while I'm lurking in the shadows like a mummy hungry ghost. Sip the lip, load the clip, let the bank account grow. The biggest moves are made when the world don't know. Silence is a weapon, yeah, silence is a tool. Talking out of turn is the signature of fools. I've seen them run their mouth until the air turned cold. Then the silence took them over, now these stories being told by the neighbors, by the news, by the flowers on the grave. Money couldn't buy back the life they couldn't save. I'm a man of few words, but a man of many racks. If I'm coming for the crown, I ain't leaving any tracks. Hear that? That's the sound of the prophet. Hear that? That's the sound of the coffin. One talks, one acts. Check the ledgers, check the facts. Let the money speak, keep your mouth shut. Gold in the teeth, but I'm still in the cut. Wealth makes a noise, but the quiet ones win. The loudest in the room is the one who spread thin. Stack it up, let the paper tell the thrill. Money speak loud, but the silence gonna kill. Talk is cheap. My account's loud, but my hit is mute. Bounce the books. Silence.
The beat cuts out instantly on the final word.
The sun goes down, the value goes up. While they're dreaming about it, I'm awake getting a different tax bracket, same midnight habits. Yeah.
I'm a night shift millionaire, counting in the dark. Leaving from the penthouse, headed to the park. Clocking in the midnight, clocking out at dawn. By the time they wake up, all the bags are gone. VVS is on the neck, moon reflecting off the ice. Night shift millionaire, yeah, I paid the price. Night shift millionaire, yeah, I paid the price. While the city sleeps, I'm building up a fortress. Eyes bloodshot, but the whip is looking gorgeous. I remember late nights at the 7-Eleven, praying for a break, looking up at heaven. Now the break's over, now I'm at the table. I'm the one who's signing checks, I'm the one who's stable. Blue strips glowing in the dashboard light. I did more by 4 AM than you did in a week of light. I'm a vampire for the paper, I don't like the sun. The hustle's just a marathon that's never really done. Yeah, yeah. Coffee in the cup, but it's mixed with the ambition. I'm on a mission, check the 2020 vision. I saw the gaps in the market while the world was snoring. Now the bank account is screaming, man, it's never boring. From the streetlights to the skylines, look at the transition. I'm the CEO of everything, that's my new position. But I still keep the grit, still keep the coast there. The ghost of the gutter is a night shift millionaire. I don't need a spotlight, I don't need the fame, just the silence of the city and the glory of the game. 3 AM, that's the golden hour. 4 AM, that's the smell of power. 5 AM, watch the sky turn blue. By 6 AM, I'm a million steps ahead of you. I'm a night shift millionaire, counting in the dark. Leaving from the penthouse, headed to the park. Clocking in at midnight, clocking out at dawn. By the time they wake up, all the bags are gone. VVS is on the neck, moon reflecting off the ice. Night shift millionaire, yeah, I paid the price. Night shift millionaire, pay the price. Check the watch, work starts when the world stops. Night shift, but the money's permanent, go back to sleep. I got to sleep, I got to sleep, I got to sleep.
See, that's where you messed up. You brought a heart to a numbers game. I don't see faces anymore. I just see decimals, and decimals don't have feelings.
Friends in business. There's no friends in business, just partners and pray. I'd rather be lonely and wealthy today. Don't brother me now when the profit is high. I've seen the best friends be the first ones to lie. The circle is empty, the ledger is clean. No friends in business, if you know what I mean. Alright, yeah. I used to ride for the squad, used to bleed for the team, until I saw them all tripping on a bit of the gleam. Soon as the comma started hitting the sheet, the loyalty turned into shadows in the sea. So I cut the dead weight, yeah, I performed the surgery. Mixing the friendship with funds is a perjury. I'm a one-man board, I'm the CEO of me. I don't need a witness to my legacy. If you ain't bringing value, then you're taking up space. I smile at your wedding and forget your whole face. Look, a handshake is a contract, a hug is a trap. I'm reading the fine print, I'm dodging the sap. You want a handout, go find a cathedral. I'm threading the eye of a very thin needle. I seen them turn snake for a slice of the pie, and wonder why I'm looking them cold in the eye. Because business is war, and the pieces to pay. I'm moving the pieces, I'm leading the play. I'd rather have tigers that I pay for the hunt than friends in the back who are faking the front. The bully at the top. So lonely, but the view is much better. No knives in the bed, when you the only one in the sweater. Check the balance, check the code, pay me what you owe. There's no friends in business, just partners and pray. I'd rather be lonely and wealthy today. Don't brother me now when the profit is high. I've seen the best friends be the first ones to lie. The circle is empty, the ledger is clean. No friends in business, if you know what I mean. It's nothing personal.
drafting that up with you in the picture. Send an invoice to my lawyer. Don't call this phone again.
Yeah. Followed by a heavy muffled bass stud. The world is too loud. If they can hear you, they can trace you. Yeah. If they can trace you, they can erase you. Me? I'm a ghost with a checkbook.
Beats slow underwater. Baseline with sharp isolated snare.
I'm getting paid in silence, don't need no applause. I'm breaking all the limits, I'm avoiding all the laws. No gram posts, no tweets, no digital trail. Just a quiet kind of fortune in a quiet kind of veil. Keep the fame, give me the funds and the violence. My favorite sound is the rhythm of the silence. I don't bark, I don't bite, I just disappear. I've been moving in the static for a couple of years. They ask me where I've been, I tell them nowhere at all. While I'm building up a kingdom behind a windowless wall. I don't need an entourage, I don't need a parade. I'm a shadow in the corner where the profit is made. A nod of the head, that's $1 million deal. I don't have to speak for you to know that it's real. The loud ones are targets, the loud ones are bait. I'm eating at a table where the silence is the plate. Look, a whisper in the right ear is louder than a shout. I know what's going on before the word even gets out. I'm the ghost in the machine, I'm the glitch in the code. I'm the one who's moving weight on a private road. They're chasing the clout, they're chasing the likes. I'm chasing the quiet where the lightning strikes. I keep my mouth shut and my pockets wide open. The strongest of the bonds are the ones never spoken. If you see me in the city, know you didn't move along. The silence is the melody, the money is the song. Quiet money, quiet money, quiet moves, nothing to say, nothing to pull, check the balance. The zeros are screaming. I'm getting paid in silence, don't need no applause. I'm breaking all the limits, I'm avoiding all the laws. No gram posts, no tweets, no digital trail. Just a quiet kind of fortune in the quiet kind of veil. Keep the fame, give me the funds and the violence. My favorite sound is the rhythm of the silence. Don't say my name, don't tag my face, just send the wire. Paid in silence. It's funny. The thing that makes you king is the same thing that bleeds you. Every dollar has a sharp edge, and every throne has a shadow. Handle with care. It's paper cuts and power, it's a dangerous game. The more the money grows, the more you lose of your name. Singing from the cash, but I'm addicted to the feel. Dealing with the fake just to touch something real. Blood on the Benjamins, ice in the shower. Living on the edge of paper, cuts and power. Counting till my thumbs bleed, blue strips in the sink. The more I climb the ladder, the less I wanna blink. Cause the paper's got a blade and the power's got a price. I'm gambling with my life while I'm rolling out the dice. I remember being broke, now I'm broken by the wealth. I'm losing my religion and I'm losing my health. For a seat at the table where the vultures come to dine. I'm sipping on the poison and I'm calling it wine. Every stack is a scar, every rack is a bruise. In a world full of winners, I forgot how to lose. Look, power is a ghost that you never really catch. It's a fire in your hand and you're looking for a match. I got people yesing me until they blue in the face, but they step over my body just to take up my space. I'm singing from the cut, yeah, the paper leaves a mark. I'm the only one with light, but I'm terrified of dark. The crown is made of gold, but it's heavy on the brow. I can't stop the momentum, I'm too deep in it now. I traded in my peace for a portfolio of pain. Standing in the sun while I'm praying for the rain. Slice! Another dollar. Slice! Another dollar. The power's got a sting, the power's got a bite. They're bending through the watch your fingers. That money sharp, the higher you get, the thinner the air. Paper cuts and power. I guess it's better to bleed in a mansion than starve in the gutter. Right? Right?
A distant muffled police siren blast, and it warps into a bass note. They think this sound means the end. To me, that's just the city's heartbeat. If you heard it since the cradle, you don't jump at the grave. Yeah, turn that up. Sirens don't scare me, that's just a lullaby. I was born in a static, raised under a red sky. Blue lights flashing, let them dance on the wall. I'm already at the finish while they're waiting on the call. Yeah, the law is on the way, but the money's already here. Sirens don't scare me, I've been numb for a year. I used to run when I heard the whoop, whoop, whoop sound. Now I just light a smoke and I stand my ground. I got the logic of a vet and the heart of a shark. I can find the escape route while I'm still in the dark. The sirens are a symphony, a choir in the night, warning all the amateurs to stay out of sight. But I'm a permanent fixture, I'm glued to the curb. They can circle the block, they won't say a word. I'm Mr. Invisible right in their face. You can't catch a ghost when he's running the race. Lord, is it 911 or is it 101? The lesson is the same when you're out on the run. They got the badges, but we got the map. They got the sirens, we got the trap. I've seen them come, seen them go, seen them park at the light. While I'm moving the weight in the middle of the fight. It's a psychological game, it's a matter of nerve. If you flinch at the noise, then you get what you deserve. I've been baptized in the bells and the whistles and screams. Sirens are the soundtrack to my everyday dreams. Red lights, blue lights, they're behind us. We already know where we're going. Give them something to chase. Sirens don't scare me, that's just a lullaby. I was born in a static, raised under a red sky. Blue lights flashing, let them dance on the wall. I'm already at the finish while they're waiting on the call. Yeah, the law is on the way, but the money's already here. Sirens don't scare me, I've been numb for a year. It's just music, man. The sound of the hunt, but they're hunting the shadow. But luck with that, sirens don't scare me. They just let me know I'm still awake.
Yeah, they call it violence, I call it literature. Every shell casting is a comma, every drum is a new chapter. Let the leaves speak the truth. This that Choppa Poetry, stanzas in the dark, writing lyrics on the pavement, leave a permanent mark. The muzzle flashes the ink, the rhythm is the heat. I'm the finest living off the ever pumping by the street. Drum kids screaming, yeah, screaming, get it, get it. This that Choppa Poetry, the city never sleeps. I don't use a pen, I let the fire and pen scribble. Watch the ink splatter red, watch the legacy dribble. My life is a classic, every block is a page. I'm a bird of a feather, but I broke out the cage. 30-round metaphor, tucked in the denim, spitting fire out the barrel. I'm inhaling the venom. I read between the lines, where the snakes like to hiss. In this game of life, you get one shot, don't miss. The syllabus is simple, keep your mouth shut and move. When the rippy dut dut puts the ops in the groove, yeah. Dollars to the aftermath, the silence of the dawn. A tragic lyric written for
Make sure you finish mine.
Listen to the cadence.
Listen to the rhyme.
Life is just a sentence. Make sure you finish mine. This that Choppa Poetry. Stanzas in the dark. Writing lyrics on the pavement. Lit a permanent mark. The muzzle flashes the ink. The rhythm is the heat. I'm the finest living author ever published by the street. Drum kids screaming. Yeah, screaming and it's deep. This that Choppa Poetry. The city never sleeps. It's a masterpiece of chaos. The art of the arc. Finish in the verse. Period. Period.
They say you are where you come from. I didn't choose the zip code. The zip code chose me. Adopted by the shadow, raised by the sirens. I'm a son of the concrete. Hey, I was born to the block, I was baptized in the grind. I was learning how to hustle before I learned to rhyme. The corner was my cradle, the pavement was my bed. With a target on my back and a vision in my head. Yeah, you can take me out the gutter, but the gutter's in the stock. Long live the legacy. Yeah. My first steps, yeah, they was on the needle in the shell. I was navigating heaven while I live inside of hell. Mama working double so the city raised the kid. I was watching what the sharks and the silver tongues did. I learned my ABCs from the graffiti on the wall. And I learned my 1, 2, 3s from the baggies in the hall. The playground was a battlefield, the jungle gym was iron. I grew up in the furnace, she at the belly of the line. I didn't need a nursery, I needed a lookout. I'm the product of the struggle that they never ever spoke about. Yeah, my DNA is Sue, my genealogy is grit. I'm a diamond in a place where the sun forgot to hit. I know the sound of every engine, every footstep in the night. I could tell a friend from four without the benefit of light. The block gave me everything, the scars and the hunger. It made me an old soul while I was still a lot younger. It taught me how to stand when the world wants you down. It taught me how to walk like I'm wearing a crown. Even when the pocket's empty, even when the sky's gray. I'm a king of the asphalt, and I'm here to stay. It's in the marrow of my bones. It's the only home I've known. From the basement to the roof, I'm the living, breathing proof. Yeah, I'm the proof. I was born to the block, I was baptized in the grind. I was learning how to hustle before I learned to rhyme. The corner was my cradle, the pavement was my bed. With a target on my back and a vision in my head. Yeah, you can take me out the gutter, but the gutter's in the stad. Bro, yeah, the legacy. Yeah. Born to the block. You can't wash this off. It's permanent ink. From First Street to the world. Born to the block. And I ain't never leaving. And I ain't never leaving.
They tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. Now look at the shine. You can't hide the glow when it's born in the mud. Yeah. I got diamonds from dirt, I got ice from the cold. I had to dig through the trenches just to find me a soul. Clean the mud off the rock, now I'm blind in the sun. I'm the proof that the struggle is where greatness is won. From the bottom of the pit to the top of the earth, you can't name a price for what this pressure is worth. I remember the grid under my fingernails, writing my dreams on the walls of the jail cells. Nobody saw the vision when I was covered in dust. In a world full of iron, I was the only one who didn't rust. I sat in the dark till my eyes adjusted to the black. I took every stone they threw and I built them into a stack. They see the jewelry, now they see the clarity and cut. But they weren't there for the days I was stuck in the rut. Decay made me harder, the filth made me shine. I turned a graveyard into a gold mine. Every flaw in
the stone is the story of a scar. You gotta be a cold before you ever be a star. I was compressed by the weight of the dead and the doubt. I had to find a diamond cutter's way to get out. Now the bezel is flawless, the circle is pure. The deeper the burial, the more you endure. I don't forget the soil, I don't forget the roots. I still keep the mud on the bottom of the boots, just to remind them where the brilliance began. I'm a self-made jewel, part of a master brand. In the camera, under the pressure, they thought it was trash, but they couldn't measure the treasure. Spit on a rock and watch it glitter. I got diamonds from dirt, I got ice from the cold. I had to dig through the trenches just to find me a soul. Clean the mud off the rock, now I'm blind in the sun. I'm the proof that the struggle is what greatness is won. From the bottom of the pit to the top of the earth, you can't name a price for what this pressure is worth. It's a beautiful thing, ain't it? To come from nothing and end up priceless. Check the carats, check the history.